Welcome to another live stream. I am Abby Andrew. If you haven't seen lives with me before, I am the Alopecia ambassador for this channel. And today I'm going to be doing a very special new segment that I am so excited that we're going to be starting on this Instagram. And it's going to be called a Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to have a special guest joining us in a minute, but I'm super excited with this. I'll explain the concept once she joins. I believe she's joining right now, so let's get this started. There we go. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you, Abby?
I'm good. This is so exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Okay,
I'm actually nervous.
I'm a little bit nervous too. I think we're gonna do great though. Okay, so
yes.
So just to explain this new concept to everyone watching, we're starting this new segment on our live streams called Get Ready With Me. And the premise is going to be, we're going to have special guests and they're going to come on and we're going to kind of walk through a makeup look together. So I have our special guest, Supriya, here. She's Baldy Boo on Instagram, another one of our amazing alopecia community on Instagram. You're so inspiring to me. A lot of your posts, we'll get into it obviously as we kind of go through the makeup look. It'll kind of be like a Q&A at the same time. But yeah, I'm just so excited to have you here.
I'm so excited too. So I have to warn everybody in advance. I am a child of the 90s. So I have been like rocking probably the same makeup look forever. I'm not a makeup person, but you know, I YOLO.
That's the fun thing about this though, is like, first of all, both of us get to try a new look, or like I'm going to be trying something new. I typically wear the same makeup every day as well. So I'm so excited to see what you have to share. And then also it's just fun because like you don't have to be a makeup pro to have fun with makeup. So neither one of us are experts, but we're going to still have a ton of fun at doing this.
Yes, I love it.
Awesome. So should we just like jump right into it, or
yeah,
are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, amazing.
Yes. So I thought I would start with my like liquid foundation.
Okay, cool.
I just feel like so funny because I just kind of make up my own thing when I do makeup. So if you are watching this and you're like, oh my God, why is she doing it like that? Just know
I feel like that's my best life.
Yeah. I'm just living my best life. It's fine. It's fine. So I feel
like whatever works for you. If there's so many ways that people try to say is the right way, everyone has different opinions on it. So as long as it works for you, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I kind of think that relates to alopecia in general because there's no right or wrong, right? Like if you wear wigs, cool. If you don't, cool. Like whatever you want to do. If you like
wearing one style, cool. If you like switching it up, cool. It's just like whatever works best for you, whatever makes you feel confident.
Totally. I love that. When I first started wearing wigs, I would only wear ones that looked exactly like my old hair. Yeah. And then now I will wear blonde or purple or short or long. So
or rock the shaved head look.
Yes, a little bit. So all right, I'm just gonna start putting this on.
Okay, cool. I'll start getting mine as well. Let's see. Okay. It's funny, I feel like I have such a hard time applying foundation without it getting cakey. So a lot of times I just like don't wear it just because I don't know how to apply it properly.
Same, girl, same.
Glad it's not just me. Like,
yeah,
foundation is very daunting sometimes.
I totally agree. And honestly, I think on most people, it does look cakey. But it's just like when you look on Instagram, there's so many filters or good lighting, so you don't see the way makeup normally looks, which it does sometimes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone sees these like perfectly edited airbrushed photos and they're like, oh, why doesn't my makeup look like that? It's like, okay, well, neither does theirs.
Yeah, neither does theirs.
So that can kind of make you feel better about if you feel like yours is a little bit textured. Texture's natural.
Can we talk about these random purple dots on my head that just appeared?
I have the same kind of stuff. I have like little freckles.
It's like, what is that?
So typically if you're rocking the shaved head look, do you ever like extend your foundation up to your head, or how do you usually handle that?
Yes, so I do not as much now, but in the summertime, like in September for Alopecia Awareness Month, I didn't wear a wig for an entire month. And so
that's awesome.
It was cool, but the thing is when you're wearing a wig, most of the time you end up becoming two-tone. So I was like very pale up here and then super dark here from the summertime, like being at the pool and all of that.
Yeah.
And so I did put makeup on to even out the harsh lines.
Okay, that's a good method.
Yeah.
I feel like mine's usually about the same color just because I'm so pale in general that like my face is never much tanner than my head in general. So
it's funny because my skin is so dark, but I tan very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'll have a very drastic line, and it kind of is still there a bit.
You know what happens sometimes to me is if I wear a wig with bangs a lot, I'll actually get like a little bit of a bangs.
Yes.
That's always really funny. Oh my goodness. So tell me more about, you said for Alopecia Awareness Month, you chose to not wear a wig for the whole month. Was that like your first time doing that for that extended period of time?
Yes, that was my first time doing it over a long period of time. Before that, the longest I had gone was a full day at work where I didn't wear a wig, which was the Alopecia Awareness Month the previous year. I went to work for the first time without my wig on. But this year I made it the whole month. So I went to the grocery store, I went hiking, I went to the pool. I just wanted to push myself to the limit and see all the things that I could do. And I just
That's amazing. I love that. So what was that experience like for you?
It was a whirlwind of emotions because it's nerve-wracking. Even though I'm confident with my head like this, it's still nerve-wracking to go out in public without a wig and just in normal settings. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it is because even if you're confident, because people aren't used to seeing bald women, they automatically, without even realizing it, kind of like stare in your direction. Yes. Even if they don't realize they're doing it, it can make you so uncomfortable because you're like, hello, are you staring?
I think a perk was having the mask because I could kind of just hide behind it.
And... Oh yeah, that's nice too. It's like extra layer of just like concealing.
So what is the next powder? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, what is the next step you want to start doing?
Oh, okay. Do you put any powder on after you put foundation?
I usually do, because otherwise it kind of like creases a little bit for me.
Yeah. I'm going to put a little bit on.
Okay, I'll put a little bit. I just use some translucent powder.
So, Abby, when did you lose your hair?
So I lost my hair when I was about 2.
Okay, so you were little.
Yeah, what about you?
I was 32.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was late in life for me.
Yeah, that's interesting. I feel like it's a really different experience for people who lose their hair super young versus when they lose it older. Because for me, like, I never had to have that experience really of the stress of losing your hair, which I kind of feel grateful for because I feel like I'm just so used to not having hair my whole life. Yeah. I can't imagine, like, the stress of waking up one day and your hair is just falling out and you can't figure out why. I think a lot of people have that experience.
Yeah, that was definitely my experience. It was very scary and frustrating, and I didn't handle it very well at the start, but look at us now.
Yeah, but it's like, it's so different for everyone too, because however you handle it is what was best for you at the time. So yeah, it's scary. I can't even, that's just terrifying because I think it's the combined stress of like not knowing the cause is a big thing and wondering if it's something more like dangerous than it actually is.
Yeah, and just for me, I think, you know, I was in my early 30s and single, so I was in this phase of, oh my God, you know, I'm already single and now I feel even less secure in myself. And so it took some rebuilding to get to a point of realizing if anyone's not going to be with you like this, then that speaks on them and not on you, you know?
100%. Yeah, I came to a point where I realized it was almost like a filter for anyone that was too shallow and they thought it was too weird. That means that person is a shallow person. That's not someone you really want to be dating anyway. So it's just kind of get all those people out of the way right off the bat.
Yeah.
So it's like a filter.
So are your eyebrows microbladed?
So this is actually, I am wearing a little bit of eyebrow pencil right now.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll take when we get to the eyebrow stuff, I'm going to wipe these off and like do the method that you do just to like try something new. Right now, this is just a pomade though.
Cool. Okay, so do we want to do eyebrows next? How does that
work? So I'll actually wipe off the ones I have so I can just do your method. Let's see.
So I have a funny story. I've tried a million different eyebrow products since losing my eyebrows. And before alopecia, I never wore eyebrow makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I tried was this liquid pencil thing because somebody in the alopecia group said it works wonders. She swims in it. She does all of this. So I was like, I need to try this.
Wow.
I tried it and I was at the gym, and after I got off the elliptical, my eyebrows were dripping down.
Oh no. It's like a little trial and error sometimes.
Yes, it worked well for her, but not for me.
Well, I've never heard of a liquid, almost like a liquid eyeliner. But
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried something like that before.
Well, be warned, if you're gonna go work out with it, it could create rivers of makeup on your face.
Yeah, good tip. Good warning.
Yes. So I prefer pencil, and I do have microblading on my eyebrows, so I use that as my template. And
Okay.
So I just take my eyebrow pencil and just kind of follow along. I might use my mirror because it's hard on the phone.
Yeah, I have a mirror down here too.
Okay, perfect. And so I just start by putting the bottom line in first, kind of like that.
Okay.
And so with your eyebrows, how do you know where to start?
So
What's
one
your
method
guide?
that I learned that works pretty well for me, I kind of just do it by hand now because I'm used to it.
Uh-huh.
But one tip that I've learned is like if you line it up with this part of your nose and go straight up, that should be where your eyebrow starts.
Got
If you
it.
line it up and like put it over your pupil, that should be the highest arch. And then if you line it up with the corner, that's like where it should end. And then if I like do that on both sides, it's easier to make them symmetrical.
Perfect. Love
But
it.
I feel like even though I do my eyebrows every day, I feel like there's so many days where I do them and then I look in the mirror at the end of the day and one's like
Oh yeah.
arched completely differently.
I mean, eyebrows are sisters, not twins.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
okay, I'm gonna do the other one. Even my microblading is not twins. So,
Yeah, and it looks great though.
thank you.
Is that something that took you a while to decide you wanted to do, or like how was the experience with microblading for you?
So it was interesting. I did it pretty soon after my eyebrows fell out, which my eyebrows fell out about a year after I lost all the hair on my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it pretty soon after, but my skin actually rejected the ink at first.
Oh wow, so what does that mean? Like you were allergic to it, or?
Not allergic, but when it would heal, all the ink would go away.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, it was almost like I had alopecia of the microblading ink.
You're like, the world just doesn't want me to have eyebrows. Like,
Rude.
that's so funny.
Yeah, so it took a few times, but I had an amazing microblading artist, and she would not give up, and she said, you will have eyebrows, do not stress, I will make it happen for you. And she ended up getting a new tool that almost works more like a traditional tattoo needle, and that seemed to do the trick. So
Okay. Wow. Okay.
yes,
That's awesome that you found a different method that works for you. So I guess anyone else that experiences that problem, there is a solution.
yes, and it's actually quite normal or common in the alopecia community, just because our skin is so, marches by the beat of its own drum. And
Yeah, completely.
yeah, exactly. So, why not?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So next up, what I do is typically with my microblading, I kind of make little lines that follow along with it. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I kind of changed the type of tool I use every couple years. Like for a long time, I used to use pencil, and then I switched to pomade, and then I use something else if I need a waterproof brow. So
yeah. What's your favorite type of makeup for waterproof? Is it a pomade or is it something else?
So there's this specific thing that I have. I think it's called Wonder Brow. And normally I probably wouldn't wear it on a daily basis because it kind of can look a little bit like chunky and a little bit hard to work with. But it is like amazingly waterproof. So I usually wear that if I'm like going swimming or to the beach or something like that.
Nice. That is good to know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a liquid thing. And then I just use an angled brush and apply it like brow strokes. And it almost kind of feels like henna or something like that. But it can either last up to 3 days, or you can wash it off with like makeup remover if you do want to remove it.
Yeah.
But it's a really nice waterproof option.
Have you seen the new temporary tattoos for eyebrows?
I've been dying to try those.
Me
Yes.
too.
Those
Me
are so
too.
exciting.
Yes. Let me look and see if there are any questions. If you guys have questions, feel free to shoot. Oh, someone said nails.
Oh yeah, I think we missed a couple. Yeah, I love your nails.
Thank you. I love.
Mine are all different right now.
Yours look so good. Mine are growing out, so don't judge me. I need to get them done next week.
So are those like gel or what do you use?
Yeah, these are gel. I hadn't gone to the nail salon in a long time, and I finally went for my birthday.
Yeah, my best kept secret, or it's actually my worst kept secret, because every time anyone says anything about my nails, I tell them immediately. These are stick-on nails.
I love stick-ons.
I love stick-on nails, and this specific brand that I use, like it, they actually last for like up to 3 weeks.
What?
So they're so easy to put on, and then it looks almost like a salon gel, but it's like 2 seconds to put on.
Is it like an actual sticker, or is it like the traditional stick-on nails?
It's like a traditional stick-on, but these have like they come with a little back that you peel off, and then you just stick it, so it doesn't use like nail glue or anything.
Love it. Throwback. Okay, let's see. Someone said they're in the same boat. They never wore foundation in their life. We hear you.
Yeah. I like went through phases where I would try, and it always ended up just looking too cakey, so I just gave up.
Yes. Do you contour ever?
I do a little bit sometimes. I feel like I mostly contour like my nose. I feel like that was a trend for a bit. But usually just that, if anything.
Yeah. Somebody asked, was it hard to pick the shape of your eyebrows? So for me, I really trusted my microblading artist. She's just amazing. Her eyebrows are perfect. So I had a lot of faith in her. But I do recommend, if you go get your eyebrows microbladed, if you can find someone that's worked on alopecia clients before, because especially if you don't have any eyebrows, they know how to make it work for your face. And you definitely don't want to go down, the group bound route or something where you're not doing a lot of research on the person before.
Yeah, good tip, definitely. Because yours look fantastic for your head shape. Obviously, your artist did a great job, but it looks very natural as well.
Thank you.
I think someone asked if we still have our eyebrows and eyelashes. So how are you? Do you have any brows, or how is it for you?
No brows, but I did get my eyelashes back.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, wow, they're so full. That's awesome. I have like the tiniest little brow hairs, but my natural hair was also really blonde too, so the brow hairs that I do have are so blonde anyway.
Got it.
And then my eyelashes, there's like baby ones if you look closely, but they never really get very long. So
interesting. Did you lose your lashes and brows too when you were 2 years old, or do you have
those? So funny. When I see pictures of myself as a little kid, my head was totally bald, but I had like these long, luscious eyelashes. I'm like, where did those go?
I know.
I'm back.
It's not fair.
It just makes me wonder why that happened. It's so interesting.
Oh, it is so interesting. And it's so interesting that it happened for you so young and me later in life, but no real rhyme or reason. It just
do you have any idea what the reason was for you? Because I know some people have like some theories, but
so I had a really stressful few years before this happened. I was in an incredibly difficult relationship, and then that ended, and I was just a mess. So I think that if I had it underlying within me, that's what triggered it to come out, because I think my body was almost trying to shake some sense into me and say, you're keeping toxic people in your life and it's destroying you. You need to wake up.
Wow, that's so funny too, though, because we were just talking about how alopecia can be like a filter for toxic people. So it almost is the universe telling you, like, okay, no more toxic people.
Yes. Does anybody in your family have it?
No, that's the other funny thing too.
Yep.
With you? Yeah.
Yes. Weird.
It's so random. Like, it just makes no sense. It's so interesting.
Not at all. Okay, so I have a skinnier pencil too that I'll use to make like the lines in the front to make it look more hair-like.
Okay. I'll just try to use like the same pencil, but just really gently.
Okay.
This is actually kind of making me want to switch back to pencil again, because I feel like brow strokes actually are coming out pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Somebody asked, can you both explain what types of alopecia you have? So I think I have alopecia areata, which means, well, technically I just lost patches, but if I let my hair grow out, I'd probably have like 30% of my hair. So I just shaved my head because it just like looks too patchy. Yeah. Is it the same for you?
Same thing. I had areata. It started with patches in the back. And then at the time I got injections and they worked. And then a couple years later, it came back, and then it went into full on lose everything.
Yeah. So what can I ask what kind of treatments you've tried? So you've tried injections.
Yes. So I've done injections. And then when I was losing everything, they did a few experimentals because, of course, there is no cure for alopecia. And so they tried prednisone, I tried methotrexate, I tried Vytorin, and I think that's it. I didn't have any success, and honestly, I felt really cruddy on all of those medications, so I just decided why bother anymore because I'm not even growing my hair back. So what about you? Did you ever try treatments?
I think when I was really young, since I was so young, my parents were mostly making the calls since I was like 2 or 3 when it was happening. But I think they tried like some types of creams, some types of like some sort of pill. I don't even remember the details because I was so young, but none of it really worked. And it was just, and then the reason I don't really pursue treatment now is because, like you said, a lot of the treatments can actually have more negative side effects. Whereas losing your hair, if that's all there is to it, then for me personally, I feel like it's better to just love yourself as you are and not try to, because a lot of these medications end up like causing more harm than good. So.
I'm in the same boat as you, and it's no judgment against anybody that tries treatment because
absolutely,
like, yeah, we're both in the boat of do what makes you happiest. So if treatment's 100%. What it is, yeah, that's awesome. And if not, you know, whatever, do the thing that makes you happy always.
Yeah, and sometimes people try treatments and it works really well for them too. So that's amazing.
Yes. Oh, someone said that we're matching and we didn't even plan that.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so funny because I was gonna almost message you beforehand to see if we should match, and I was like, oh, I guess that's like we don't need to, but then we did anyway. That's perfect. I love that. We're just
spirit sisters.
Exactly.
Let's see the other questions. I think we got this. You guys are so nice. Thank you for all the compliments. Okay.
Yeah, everyone.
So, shall we try top lid liner?
Yes. So, are you going to use liquid or pencil?
I'm going to do liquid. Did I?
Okay.
Cool. Let's see. This one. So, do you wing your eyeliner?
I usually do, but if this is up to you. So, you make all the calls here for the style. I'm excited to try whatever you have.
Okay, so it's been my mission through the pandemic to learn how to wing my eyeliner. I try to practice it all the time. So I say, let's do it.
Okay.
It may look a hot mess on me, but YOLO.
It's gonna be great.
What was that? Did you say something?
Oh, I just said it's gonna be great. But however, it's gonna work out.
Yes.
The thing I like about dark liquid liner too for me is before I was comfortable, I wear fake lashes a lot now, but before I was comfortable putting them on, for me I feel like black liquid liner kind of just like obscures that area. So if you are trying to hide the fact that you're missing lashes, I feel like that's a good method. And that's 100%. Why I started doing the wing, because I feel like the wing almost makes an illusion of like a little eyelash.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, when I didn't have my eyelashes, I was very thankful for the fact that I've been lining my top lids for the past 18-ish years. So it was just natural for me. And so I felt more comfortable knowing that was there was my security blanket for not having lashes.
Yeah. Someone just asked, can you show which products you're using? So do you have like a specific brand you use or?
Yeah. So for my liquid eyeliner right now, I'm using Maybelline Master Precise all day. I don't use a lot of fancy makeup, I guess. I'm a drugstore makeup gal.
Yeah. If it works.
Yes. That's what I'm using right now. I do
I think mine are actually like Wet n Wild brand, which is like the cheapest brand.
Oh my god.
I feel like a liquid liner, it works. You know, even if you get like the $2 to $4 pencil, it actually works pretty well.
Yeah. I love it. Wet n Wild reminds me of my childhood because it was this big thing when I was in high school to have blue fingernails.
Yes.
That was the. Do you remember?
Yeah, so, I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. So that was all the rage back then. And it kind of makes me want blue fingernails now as we talk about it.
Yeah.
So, Abby, on your IG, I mean, your wigs and makeup, it's art. It's not just a look, it's art. So tell me, well, tell me how you decided to transition from, okay, I have this disease, and then you're just living your everyday life, and suddenly you're turning this into beautiful pieces of art. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, thank you for that. So it took me a long time to get, because for years I would just wear the same wig every day and just kind of let people think that was my real hair. And while that completely works for some people to stay like that, for me it was a big point of insecurity, because I was always so concerned about, like, is someone gonna find out my secret? Or I would always keep tabs on, like, who already knew my secret and who didn't. If I like met a new friend, I would be thinking, like, oh, I'm gonna have to tell them at some point. And it was just like a huge point of stress. So I knew for a long time that I wanted to get to the point where I changed wigs all the time, but it just took me a while to actually get there. And eventually I got to a point where I was able to switch from, like, a shorter wig to a longer wig in the same color. And then from there it slowly became like, okay, now I can try changing colors. And then a big thing for me too with, like, cosplay, because I like cosplay and dressing up as characters, and you can see that on my Instagram. And I almost used, like, Halloween and other costume events as, like, training wheels for changing wigs. Because if you're wearing a wig on, like, Halloween, no one's even gonna look twice or, like, think twice about it. So I kind of started getting into it because of that. And then when I realized I loved dressing up so much, I ended up just doing it more than just Halloween.
I am obsessed with it. I really liked that you did a Winx look the other day.
Yes! Do you know Winx?
Yeah, I finished that series. I'm obsessed with it. It makes me wish I was a fairy.
I love that.
If you were in the Winx world, what would you want your power to be?
Oh, that's such a hard question.
I know.
Because most of them have, like, elemental powers. You watched the live action one, right?
Yeah, whatever the one was on Netflix that just came out.
Yeah. The girl who has, like, the empath powers, I feel like that power is pretty cool.
Yes. Okay. Now my left wing is always way wonkier than my right, so here goes nothing.
That's the thing though too, is, like, no one's looking as closely at your makeup as you are, so if you feel like it's not even, chances are people aren't even going to be able to notice.
True. And also in the pandemic on Zoom calls and stuff, nobody's gonna know.
Yes, I also love that Zoom almost puts, like, an automatic filter on you too, so even if your makeup looks a little wonky, nobody can tell.
Exactly.
Someone said, loving this makeup sesh. Awesome. This is so fun. I love doing this.
Yes, me too.
Someone else said, I want to not be afraid to switch it up. You're so inspiring. Thank you. It took me a long time for me to get to that point. And it took a lot of almost, like, baby steps and training wheels. Like, even just switching from a short wig to a long wig in the same color felt like such a big deal at first. I was terrified to leave the house. And now I just change wigs, and it's almost, like, funny when I surprise people with a totally different hairstyle.
The thing you have to remember too, that even though it's not growing out of your head, it's still your hair. Like, you got it. It's yours. You make it your own. So, you know, never feel guilty about changing your look up. It's still yours.
100%. Yeah. And something else that I feel like is making it a little bit easier recently is I feel like wigs have almost just become a fashion trend too. So now a lot of people who have hair wear wigs for fashion reasons. So if you don't want people to know you have alopecia, you can even just pretend it's, like, because you like it for fashion.
Yes, you could just say you're being Kylie Jenner and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I remember seeing this article that Kylie Jenner thinks she started wigs, and I was just like,
no, girl.
No, you didn't.
Okay, here's a good question. What do you use to secure your wigs? Do you use anything? Do you use tape, glue?
For me, I actually don't use anything because a lot of the wigs are adjustable. So if you just adjust it to the right size, it should feel tight enough. Like, I can even do, like, a cartwheel in wigs and not feel afraid that it's going to fall off.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like if it's feels like it's going to fall off, it might be because it's too big on you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I like a little, like, those wig grip bands. It's almost like a velour.
I haven't tried texture. Yeah, I'm interested in trying those at some point.
I really like them, especially if your wig is starting to stretch out. Sometimes that adds that extra security, but
good to know. I gotta try that.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll use tape. I'm not the best with lace front, so sometimes I'll use a little piece of tape to keep the front down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good tip too.
Okay. Oh, what do you do when the wig has a comb? So I usually you can cut the comb out, like, because it's
Yeah, I think
sewed in. So if you
that's
kind of
probably a
think
good
of
way to
it,
do that.
yeah.
Sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable on like a bare head.
Yep.
But most of the René Paris wigs don't have that, so
No.
I feel like those are usually for people who, I don't know, I guess want that to put into their hair, but
Yeah.
it's also not necessary if the wig fits you right, whether you have hair or don't. Too.
Yes. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna do the most 90s part of my look, which is lining my waterline.
Okay,
with
let's
a
do
black
it.
pencil.
I
Throwback
love
Avril
that look,
Lavigne.
but I feel like I'm so bad at doing it on myself, so let's give this a shot.
Yeah, let's do it.
I used to do that a lot back in the day. I used to just put eyeliner like all over my eye area. So let's try this. So how do you go in and do it? Do you just kind of like put it right in the waterline?
Yep, kind of like this. Let's see if I can do it. It's so hard to do makeup on the phone, isn't it?
Yeah. I also have two different pencils here. Let me see which one works better. And then do you usually like smudge it out or anything? Or what do you?
I probably should, but I don't.
I love it. It looks really good on you. I love it.
Thank you.
Am I doing this properly? How does this look so far?
Love it. Rock it, girl.
So I remember seeing a post that you made a while back talking about your experience, I guess, a year ago, I guess probably 2019, where you, for the first time, went to work without a wig.
Yep.
Was it the first time you really went out into the world without a wig?
Yes. Yeah, actually.
How was that experience for you, and what kind of pushed you to do that?
So I really think it's from this Instagram page, just because, you know, I see all of these people on here at such different stages in their journey. And for me, it kind of inspires me to push myself out of my traditional box of what I'm comfortable doing. And I just had this moment where I felt like, okay, I want to do this. I want to go to work without my wig. Some people knew I had alopecia, some people didn't. So it was very scary. The day before, I sent an email out to the people I work with the most. And I just said, hey, if you didn't know, I have alopecia. It's Alopecia Awareness Month. I'm coming to work tomorrow without my wig on. So if you see me, I'm not sick, because, you know, a lot of times people assume bald equals sick, which it doesn't. But, you know, that's a common misconception.
Common misconception, yeah.
Yep. So I just explained it. And I also said, if you would like to show support, the color is blue. So you can wear blue if you want to show support. And so that day I was shaking. I made sure to put on a red lip to feel more confident.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, but I was shaking the whole car ride. My boyfriend works with me, so he was driving, and I was so nervous.
That's nice that you had like that comfort there.
Oh, yes. And I walked in the building, and Abby, when I tell you I saw so many people in blue that day, it was...
Oh my gosh. I feel like I would have just cried. I would have just broken down crying.
Yes, it was
so sweet.
So emotional. I have this picture from that day where a bunch of us went out in the courtyard area, and there's so many people just standing on these stairs, and I'm in the middle, and we're all in our blue, and it was just, I struggle putting it into words because it was just such an emotional experience. I've never felt so supported and loved before, and it was just wonderful.
That's so amazing. Oh, I love that so much. And I love that you kind of let them know ahead of time, because for me, one of the scary things going somewhere without a wig is seeing people's reactions.
Yeah.
So at least that kind of helped you ease into it, so they're not going to be so like shocked when they see you too.
Yeah.
And then seeing all those people in blue was probably just like such an amazing visual sign that everyone is supportive.
Yes, it was the absolute best.
Oh, I love that.
Do eyelashes next?
Yeah, okay, let's move on to eyelashes.
So we're gonna
do okay with this eyeliner? How does this look?
Yeah, I love it.
Works. Awesome.
I think we look like twinsies.
Yeah, it's coming together.
So you're gonna do lashes, and I'm gonna do mascara. because I have my lashes. And so do you have any tips on how to apply fake lashes when you don't have eyelashes?
So I think a couple of the big things are making sure you have the right products, because some of these lashes that are just like a dollar store type lash, those are kind of hard to put on, because you want an eyelash band that's like not completely flimsy so you can put it on your eye more easily, but you don't want it to be too rigid either, because sometimes if it's too rigid, it's hard to shape it to your eye properly.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you have like decent products to work with. They don't have to be like super expensive. I still use like drugstore products.
Right.
But and something else that helped a lot is I got this like lash glue that really helps me a ton. It's like a quick dry lash glue. So you put it on and it kind of like has a nicer consistency, whereas like the super liquidy lash glue can be really goopy on your eye and it's harder to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you keep lash glue with you at all times when you're wearing your
I do. I keep all like the basics with me at all times, like brow products and lash glue and eyeliner at least, because if like my lash fell off in public, it might look a little ridiculous if I need to like, if I don't have the right products to fix it.
Have you seen those new lashes now where you can apparently put them in water instead of using glue? And that like
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok. I see all these things on TikTok and I always want to try them.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many good products out there. I have to look that up.
Yes.
I feel like there are so many new products coming out now. I still am like behind on trying them all.
Yes.
There's like magnetic eyeliner, which I've tried. That actually works pretty well for me. That's a good solution for if you're not comfortable putting on traditional lashes. Is magnetic eyeliner is like such an awesome new innovation.
For sure.
Have you ever tried those?
So I tried it once, but I tried, I think, a brand that wasn't so good because it didn't work well for me. But I know there's another brand I think I've seen that is a Duo or whatever.
I'm not sure. There's a whole bunch of brands out there now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and I think someone was asking about eyeliner, and Ariana, thank you for answering the question. Yes, so I was using Maybelline Liquid, and Abby was using Wet n Wild, and then for my waterline, I was using MAC Defiantly Black Pro Longwear. This is the only thing I buy that's kind of fancy makeup in my world because my eyes water so much sometimes, and so the eyeliner will come off. So this tends to hang on.
Yeah, that's a good tip too. I was just using a Wet n Wild pencil for my waterline as well. Yeah. Because I typically buy like whatever the cheapest thing at the store is. But that one I don't typically wear that, so yeah, I don't have like a good quality one on hand. So for that one, I guess it just depends on what works for your skin type and all that. Yeah. Or I guess your eyes if they water a lot or etc. Just so anyone just joining us now, I just want to recap again what we're doing. We're just doing a get ready with me today. So Supriya is doing a nice makeup look, and I'm just kind of following along. This is so much fun because I haven't done like a waterline black line like this in so long, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I should do this more often. Yes, and then you should listen to Avril Lavigne afterwards. 100%. Yeah. I remember when I was like a lot younger, I would just like, my way to get ready is I would just take a black pencil and just like do that and then call it a day. Yes. Girl, you are so good at fake lashes. You need to Thank you. It took me so long to get used to doing it. Now I can do it pretty quickly, but I think a big thing was just like using the proper products. And I also rewear the same pair of lashes a bunch of times. And I feel like the more you rewear them, the more they kind of naturally fit your eye shape, and then you can just pop them right on and you don't really have to struggle with them. Yeah. I feel like usually a brand new pair of lashes is a little bit harder to work with, and then it gets easier if you wear them. Yeah. All right, let's see. Someone recommended Eyeliner Lashes number 31 line called Naturals. She says, no one ever realizes I'm wearing false lashes, and I have zero lashes also. So that's a great tip. Awesome. I feel like I always go for the dramatic lash look no matter what, because I feel like that's also a pretty big makeup trend is big dramatic. So I just run with it. All right, shall we do lips? Yeah, let's do lips. Okay. I voted red lip today because, everyone loves I pulled out all my red lip colors because I was like, okay, I gotta see which one matches the best. Okay, so you have kind of like a bright. Yes. Which one? I feel like these are darker, so I'll do one of these. Yeah, do one of those. Closest? Maybe this one, bottom one. Let's do this.
I'm going to try really hard not to get this on my teeth.
Same. I'm just going to put a little bit of lip balm on first, too.
Okay.
Someone said, for me, what brand of lashes do I use? I kind of switch back and forth. I kind of look more at the style of the lashes more than the brand, and then just get whichever one kind of fits the style that I like. And again, I like the big dramatic lashes, so
yeah,
I kind of switch between like Kiss and Ardell and Eyelure. I think Eyelure right now is my favorite.
Oh, Ardell, yes, that's the brand Magnetic I was thinking of.
Okay, yeah, I didn't try those. You're saying that one worked for you, or that's the one that didn't work for you?
No, I haven't tried it yet, but I heard good things about it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these magnetic eyeliner brands that came out at first were all only available online, and they were all really pricey. And now that it's becoming more popular, a lot of these other brands, like drugstore brands, are coming out with them for a lot cheaper. So that's cool.
Yep. I would like you all to know that I have already gotten lipstick on my teeth, in case you love it.
I'm probably going to soon. I'm trying to use it as like a lip liner too. I don't often wear reds, but I always love it once I actually have it on.
I feel like when I'm not wearing my wig, I just love a red lip. It just makes me feel so sassy.
Yeah, that's such a great tip too for anyone that's just losing your hair. Just find like other things that make you feel confident as well. So for you, it's like a red lip. For me, I like wearing like my big lashes.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. I love that on you. That looks amazing.
I love it on you. I love being twins with you.
I know. I love this. This is so awesome. And the fact that we're wearing the same shirt too is so fun.
Yes.
So someone asked, I have trouble picking out a wig that doesn't have so much hair. How do you know? I mean, a good tip is definitely, if you can, to go in person to a wig store, because then you can see what works best for your face shape and what's comfortable on you. And you can just try on a couple of styles and see which one works best.
Yeah.
So it kind of depends. Sometimes also like watching wig reviews helps a lot too, to see how it looks on other people.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it's so important, especially when you look at wigs brands. If you look at the tagged photos, you can see people in them and see what it looks like on everyday people doing everyday things, and just kind of get an idea there. Also, you can always take your wig to a salon and get it trimmed. So if it does feel too heavy or too thick, especially if this salon deals with wigs often, they know what to do to kind of make it frame your face a bit better.
Yeah, customize it for you. Yeah, that's a good tip too.
Making sure.
Do we have any other makeup tips we want to add on top of this, or?
I have a little bit of highlighter, blush kind of thing I could do on cheeks. You want to do that?
Yeah, I love.
And then I think we can do wigs.
Yeah, I used to never really wear face makeup, and then when I started wearing blush and highlighter more often and bronzer, I'm like, why haven't I done this more often?
I know.
So you're gonna do blush first, right? Let's see. Where did I put my brush? I love this new concept. Yes, this is a new concept we're starting called Get Ready With Me. We're gonna have guests come on and do our makeup together, and this is so much fun because I'm trying some new things that I haven't tried in a while. Like doing pencil eyebrows. Like now I'm like, I should start doing this more often again.
I love those brows on you.
Thank you. So again, normally I use like a pomade and an angle brush, which like normally I can draw on the individual brow hairs pretty easily with that. But it kind of also takes like a lot of precision and work too. And I feel like this like fits so quickly.
I've tried pomades before, and I don't know why. I just can't do it.
I think it just takes a lot of like practice to get used to.
Yes. It ends up turning into like a chunk on my eyebrow.
Sometimes, yeah. I think the trick is to use like a tiny, tiny bit of product goes a long way.
Yeah. Thank you everyone that joined.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. This is so fun. Do we want to switch to the wigs now?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So this is so fun. We already have the same makeup on, and now,
Yes.
of course, we have to finish it off with wearing the same wig.
Yes.
And this wig, I just got this wig. I know you did too, and I'm so excited about it.
Yes.
It like already became my new favorite.
Yes, I love it.
Okay. So this is one of the brand new René of Paris releases. This is called Nolan. I love that color on you. So you're wearing it in Mochaccino R,
Correct.
I think? That looks so amazing on you.
I love that on you, girl.
I love this wig.
There we go.
I'm gonna try to back up a little to show like the nice length.
Yes. Okay, here's the debate, Abby. The big thing on TikTok right now is center part versus side part.
Personally, I still love the side part. I
Me
love
too.
both. But yeah, there's like a whole thing now where like middle parts are the new thing.
Yeah.
So I guess it just depends. And a lot of these wigs with like the lace part, you can kind of change it over easily, so you can kind of switch back and forth. But I do like my side part. So this is the new wig, Nolan. It has the lace part and the lace front. And you were saying before that you sometimes like struggle with lace fronts, but I love the René of Paris lace fronts because I feel like you don't have to like do anything with them.
No, because
they're so much easier to work with.
So trimmed, so you don't have to sit there and, you know, they take the guesswork out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have to like trim it yourself, and you don't need like glue or anything to hold it down. So okay, so the colors. So you have Mochaccino R, and I have Peach Gold, which is a relatively new color as well. I love this wig. I love this color.
These are so synthetics, but you couldn't even tell looking at them that they're synthetic.
Yeah, definitely. Like the way it flows.
Yes.
Like,
it feels
I look crazy
like
right now.
my hair. They're so soft.
Okay, so we have our matching makeup, we have our matching hairstyles, but I also like how it's like two color schemes as well. This is so awesome.
Ooh, somebody said as a hairstylist, middle part doesn't work on everyone. It's best to go off your facial features. I
100%.
agree.
But yeah, sometimes like hairstyle trends don't always make sense because it's like different things look good on different people. So yeah, so it's been such a pleasure having you here. So anyone watching, we did a get ready with me today where we did the same makeup look and we just walked through the steps together. So I am so happy with how this came out. You look amazing.
So do you, girl. This was so fun. Yes.
So I hope we get to do this together again sometime because this has been so much fun. So thank you again so much for joining us. Is there any like closing words you want to say or any tips you have for anyone that's just losing their hair?
Yeah, I just want to say hang in there. You know, we've all had those days where it just feels so hard and you don't know what to do or how to deal with it, but just do your best. Do the thing that makes you happy. You know, you don't have to copy anybody out there. You can find the look that makes you feel most comfortable and most confident and rock it, and don't be afraid to have fun with it because life is too short. And so, you know,
100%. Yeah, shaved head, you can wear different colors, you can wear the same wig. It's totally just up to each individual person.
Yes.
Don't feel confident or comfortable. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you. Take your time, take it day by day, and you will get there.
Yes, 100%.
Yes. So thank you so much again for joining us today. This was so much fun.
I loved it. Thank you all.
Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.
Sounds good. Bye.
Everyone.